Hi guys, and welcome back. We've got a bit of a start today. I have fired up the ovens finally. Um, got enough barley in to make a couple of fish wraps, a couple of lox pies, and one thing of bread, which makes two loaves. I've also replanted yet again um, my flax and barley over in the plains. You guys were, I believe, with me when I made my two spinning wheels up here. And I also put in blast furnace because I did sail home. When I put in the what is this thing called? Windmill. Yes, windmill. Obviously, I have this out here so that I can place those two. And for now, I'm going to leave it because we're putting in at least two more of these, probably another one of those or two, because they take a while. I was actually contemplating it, and one of the things I've thought about is once I level off out here and wall this in, I may actually put the windmills out front by the river. And that boat looks damaged. It's damaged. It's also been pushed over considerably. I came in tail out, nose in, so I'm guessing something got in there. I also did bring enough flax back to build the Lox saddle. I'm gonna go ahead and holy moly, that's a lot of health. I forgot how much health it was, and in addition to that, I also have vitality this time, so that does increase it considerably. We're gonna come in and sit by the fire, get our health up, and while we do that, we will take a look. That is 262 health and 189 stamina. That's going to be rather nice. Now, at the moment, we are sporting bone mass because he helps immensely with fueling berserkers, and I'm not sure, but I think it helps with oh shoot. Come on, English, work with me today, please. I believe it helps also with growths. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to put a repair on everything. And once we've done this, oh, just the hammer there, we are going to actually head for the plains via the portal. Our helmet on, we have poison pots with us, a couple healing pots on our healing stone. We got growths to get. So we are going to be looking to get across the plains, hopefully with minimal issue. As I said, I did get a saddle, so I finished out the end of the enclosure, a couple doors in. And we has our pet Lox in here, who is all saddled up. We can Shift E to take the saddle off and put it on another Lox. Got a Skeeter. I don't mind skeeters, because skeeter needles are low weight. Go ahead and take Purling out as we go by. But our main goal is to get up to this get up to the tar pit up here. Hopefully without too much issue. Alright. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and take a poison pot. And then we're going to go take care of some growths. A whole bunch. I hear a Fueling over here. There he is. Wait, you. Okay, fine, don't. He has apparently bested a growth as well. Unfortunately for him, he didn't best us. Alright, so that appears to be the growths. Not that we need them, but excellent source of bone. We did have another skeleton surprise, so we got like a stack and a half of bone with that alone. So first things first, we're going to run around and collect the little bit of tar off the edge. And let's go ahead and dig our way over. Stuck in tar. Which is why it's not allowing us to pick it up. So first things first, let's drop the level here a little bit, and then we'll start working our way over. The fluid dynamics they built for this are actually really cool. Six. I'm kind of making this a bit of a deep trench in hopes that there will be enough room for this tar pit to flow out into it.
Good juicy tar. All right. So that's a tar pit cleaned out. Almost cleaned out. Now, the advantage of the mods is that I can actually dig this down while in it. Our stamina come back. Now, let's see if we can get unstuck from the tar. Yes, we can. All right. We're going to go ahead and take this over. Here to be the best we can do, but that's done what we needed to. All right. What did we get? We got 71 tar. So that's 35 roofs. Nowhere near enough to re-roof the house. All right, where you at, Miss? There's Mr. Giggles. I heard him over here. All right. Oh, I also did get off my butt and finally make my fancy bed. So if you have the fancy bed at the house, we will go ahead and stick the black metal in the black metal chest. We're going to take stone home with us. Our cultivator's in there, and our field is about 5 minutes from growing. So and 20 minutes on the other side. We should be able to harvest tomorrow, which means we'll be able to get more food supply, which is the big thing right now. Eventually we will want padded armor.
I am probably going to keep the Lox cloak, or the wolf cloak, just because I prefer the look. That can go in there. Didn't have any hides. Yeah, we got about another stack and a half of bone here. The last assault we had. It's a skeleton surprise. Put stone up. We're actually going to put our tar in with the stone at the moment. And we'll take the gold on inside. The other major advantage we had was obviously we built the pots and pans, which went up there. So we could make lox pies, and then up in the bedroom, I went ahead and put in the dragon bed. I've got a couple of end tables, some rugs around it, and so on. Oh, wrong button. I was like, why are you putting away and taking out your stuff? I hit E. No, I missed. I hit R. So the flax should be grown. It's day 280. A little over 9 months in. I'd rather have the glow than the constant sparkle dusts from Frostner on my back. So we'll go check our crops. Any second now. Ah, only some of them finished. Well, we will grab those that have finished. Didn't quite have enough for 3 rows, so I ended up planting some crop across. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 16, 17. When 2 more finish, we'll go ahead and take that back, and that should leave us 45. 25 seconds. There's one that's about to pop. 15 seconds. Second. There's that one. Okay, we get 2. So if we leave 15, that'll give us 30, which is 2 rows, which is good enough. There we go. And we'll pick one of these and see how much we get. 2. I planted 100. So we need 26. 20, 22, 24, 26. Okay. And we will take this back through and get some preparation going. That should give us another 2 loaves of bread, 2 lox pies, and 2 fish wraps. as well as 50 thread. Eventually, we will want to start upgrading to our let's go to 25 here. I'll put the other 25 on this side. Now, if we look after a repair, padded armor, curious, starts at armor 26. Our wolf armor at level 4 is 26, so that will basically allow us to step straight across into unupgraded padded armor. And with the unupgraded padded armor, we will be able to, my math is correct, which I think it is. If we go for the full set of padded armor, as I mentioned, keeping the wolf hide cloak, that'll keep us at 82, and then we'll be able to fully upgrade. And I think the wolf was 20, wasn't it? Yeah, the wolf was 20, so we'll get an additional 18 armor, bringing us to a square 100 with full set of fully upgraded padded. Now, the other thing we have to look at is our iron supply. We have 23 iron left. We do not have enough iron for a full suit, so I'm going to have to go and do some offline iron mining out in the swamps. That I already suspected. We will put our barley in. Barley does not mill overnight. This I found out when I loaded this up. I loaded 20 into that. Went to sleep. When I got up, this had finished. This had given me like, I think 14. And then I discovered the recipes cost and had to go back and get another 6, I believe, barley out of the stockpile I had. However, we have explored, if we look at the map here, we've explored along this edge and gone out and gotten this tar pit. And if you look, you can see the woods along this edge. And this is meadows and black forest. So what we're going to be looking for is on down this coast, looking for more plains. I am going to reserve what food I have. How much fine wood do I have? This is an important question. We only have 4. We do not have enough for more portals. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to look for more plains. And then when we want to ship home, we will be looking for again, brain not working with me. When we're looking for a way to get stuff home, we're going to either have to come back and use the portal at the plains base, or come back and we're going to go ahead and pull that in. It's a little bit too fast to be coming up this river right now, and we're also turning into the wind. was I saying? Yeah, running back to the plane space to use the portal there, and or logging some birch plains. There was not a major birch forest on this section of plains that we found, but I do believe there is more plains to the south as we head along that coastline. So be heading down and continuing our exploration today. We also did not find a Begvasir for Yaglith yet. So that's the other thing we're going to be looking for is a Yaglith Begvasir. Usually it's in the Stonehenge looking arrangement, but this one didn't have one. Or if it did, I completely missed it. Which, face it, is entirely possible. I have a tendency to be blind when I'm busy. Once we get out of this channel and turn south, we should be able to drop the sails and get moving again now, so that'll be nice. Get down the coast and continue our exploration of the plains. As mentioned, I am trying to preserve the food that I have until we get close. On the simple fact that I only have one more set of food, so once we get there, we should be good to eat a little short of our location. And we'll go from there. And it does look like we're going to be under paddle power for a good section of this trip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording and I will meet you on the far side of the trip so that you don't have to sit here and watch me paddle along stupidly slow, and I don't have to sit here and try to think of things to talk about. Because at the moment, I'm kind of brain dead. I had a rather long day yesterday with my novel writing, so I'll see you when we get there. All right. It occurred to me as we were sailing down and I looked at the map again, I have forgotten something, which is to mark the Plains Farm on the map. So we are going to stop as it is almost dusk and our rested bonus is running out. We're going to sleep the night, get our rested bonus back, albeit a shorter one. And we're going to mark on the map our plains base. Let's go ahead and pull the sails. Come up here and pop off. We'll go ahead and chuck a repair on it because we did skin it up a little bit pulling out, per usual. It's a foggy day in the plains. Ow. I hear a hurling out here as well. That guy. bounce across into here. It looks like all of our barley is ready to pick. So we will grab this while we are on site. At some point, I do need to build an 8 gear to keep here on the plains farm, specifically for harvesting. Okay. As the 8 gear can harvest a rather wide swath in a pass. Not to mention it's fun. Thank you. I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to keep roughly 15 to 30 flax. Eventually I would like to get up to, well, minimum 30 flax. And probably 100 barley. Now we will go ahead and chuck that in there. We're going to sleep the night. We're going to mark our place, and we're going to head south. And we're going to repair the boat in the morning because I hear it, I think, bumping on the shore. Let's go ahead and eat our food. Sit down and regain our health. We have a 12-minute bonus here. The furs didn't do a lot to help, fortunately. So I will probably have to put in like a fine wood stool, fine wood chair, etc. to try and bump this place's... Alright, close enough. Bump this place up as far as its capability to give a longer bonus. Alright, let's go ahead and put this away and get moving. Thankfully we do have the wind, I think. Maybe? Does not look like. So I am probably, again, completely forgot something. Let's swim back over. Bounce over this. And let's go put our marker down. Or we forget again. Things home. And then we will swim back to the boat. Yeah, we'll jump most of the way back to the boat, but let's get the nose kicked around. Yep, we're into the wind.
So what I will do is I will continue south, and I will see you when we find the next plains biome.
Well, it didn't take nearly as long as I'd feared. I've only been paddling along for a couple of minutes, and we have another plains biome with what looks like a mountain out in the middle of it. Should be interesting. This is well past whatever I've explored in my own personal save. We do have, looks like a Purling Tower. And I think we're going to park by this rock down here. One thing we did not bring is materials for a workbench. Ooh, that's Purling Village. So let's actually nose in here. Actually, no. I'm going to spin around and we're going to go further down. Advantage is turning our nose out. We're going to catch the wind because it has shifted. And we will push down this coastline a little bit to these pillars. Which actually brings me to one of my favorite builds. At some point, I want to find a fairly plumb pillar. And we have a whole bunch of birch around this one, so that's good. And another village, and a tar pit. Oh, yeah. This is going to be big advantageous. Oh, we've also got locks. So let's start with an explore. Ow. Oh, there's two of them. There's a little dude with a club here, and a dude with a javelin. Now, one thing we are going to need an excess of is these. So I am going to go ahead and pick us some cloudberries, as we will need those for making lox pie as well as for feeding lox. That actually might be straight enough. What I do is I wrap a staircase around it. I do have to pull top mining out once I've finished the staircase. And then what I do is I chip off the top to level it out, and I build a base up on top of the spire. And it can look really epic. It is also an absolute pain to do in it's an absolute pain to do in survival. Creative, it's quite easy. You can literally just fly your way up, and when you get to the top, you can up. I'm gonna see if I can sneak one of these little guys. didn't get a one-shot on him, which is unfortunate, but did do some damage at least. More cloudberries. Thankfully, cloudberries are rather a bit more common than blueberries. So, a lot easier to collect a bunch. We have 52 already. Oh, and apparently we still have our barley on us. Oops. So, indeed, there is a little bit of mountains up there. I'll go ahead and keep collecting cloudberries. Like to get a couple of good stacks of them. We do have some planted at the Plains Farm. So we have a nice big village down there. That's going to be a bit of a pain to clear. But I'm more interested in the tower. Tower should, hopefully... Ooh, and another tar pit. Tower should hopefully give us the ability to see where Yagluth is. Hopefully. And again, we've already found one of the Stonehenge-looking things, and it didn't show us the location either. Ah, shoot. Can't run. Okay, this is gonna suck. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Thank you for the assist. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, run! Of course you did. At least I'm healing up faster than I'm taking damage for the most part. I may die. Oof. That was rough. So let's heal up a bit on our way back to the tar pit. Let's avoid the locks. Alright. I don't see any more growths. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start down on this side. About here. Yeah, we've only got 200. Just dig a bit of a pit. And we'll start working our way this way. We are running very low on food. I am actually starting to be a little bit concerned. I would, however, like to get this tar pit cleared out first. Definitely going to want to make it back to the plains base, use a portal to get home, and make some more food. We did put 26 barley flour in, which should give us another 2 batches of food. Though this episode is probably going to end with us clearing this tar pit. Stuck in tar. Good sign. So we are getting close to the pit. Alright. You can hear it percolating up there. It's up and to our left a little bit. So once we get to it, we will likely have to turn left to completely drain it. However, this trench should be long enough to completely empty it. There we go. Unfortunately, one of the things we didn't pick up when we we're back home, was our light. Ooh, this was a good tar pit. It's all stone. That appears to be the tar. We will shift back to our weapons and we will head for our boat. Because we are down to 2 minutes on our bread and fish wraps and 7 on our lox pie. So we kind of want to get out of here with as little conflict as possible. We're going to avoid the village. We get, ooh, 115 and 2 of the growth trophies. Um, so let's head for our boat and we will immediately hop aboard and pull offshore. Actually, what I am going to do before I do that, mark our landing point. Of course I fall in the water. So let's get ourselves turned around so we can head back up the shore. And as we have the wind, this should be a fairly short trip. And there goes our... Do not have the wind. Still, it's only a couple of minutes. I did paddle down here, so... Once I'm set... Go. It's literally just that little distance there. So I am going to head back. We are going to chuck more barley into our thing, name, windmill. I will probably put in a second windmill because what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep 100 barley growing and or picked. And with that, that'll give me 200 barley, so at 50 each, my windmills will need, I'll need 2 windmills to keep my barley processing. Um, on the flax end of things, for now, I'm going to work with 30. Um, I may extend that. I'm not entirely sure. Once we have, for the most part, upgraded our armor fully, which I'll be doing some offline mining and such. But once we've upgraded our armor fully, I'll be looking at probably shifting mostly over to just growing barley at the farm. And I may end up extending our farm field, knocking a doorway through the wall, and building another enclosure so that I have one for barley, one for flax, and just farm that way. Uh, Paddling takes so long. We do have a considerable amount of cooked fish, as I have been collecting and cooking fish from early game. So fish wraps, the fish end of fish wraps shouldn't be a problem for a while. So it does take 2 cooked fish to make a fish wrap, and it makes a single fish wrap. So I think we have 4 stacks and change, which means we've got 4 stacks and change of fish wraps. Ooh, wind, yay. Let's get our move on. We will get up to the plains base and we will port back from there, as I believe that will probably be the most expedient way to do things. And then what we can do is we can operate the boat out of Plainsholm until we get enough supplies, because I know I'm also short of Grey Dwarf Eye. So I will have to go hunting Grey Dwarves for some Grey Dwarf Eye for the making of portals. We do have enough circling course for the moment. As we build more forges and kilns, those will quickly run out, but we do have our swamp home, which game save, big lag, day 182. Swamp home does allow us to pop out and bounce through the Surtling farm. And there was a number of Surtling spawns around the Surtling farm portal. So we can usually go through it in the matter of a fairly short amount of time. 15 to 30 minutes, I can usually go collect a couple of stacks at least. Alright, let's get this bus turned in. And I'm going to park up and we're going to go make some food, and that's probably where I'm going to leave you off. As we are at an hour now. Well, hello, fish. Thank you.
I will take a free fish. I keep seeing them jump through the deck, and I'm expecting them to be on the deck. All right. We're ashore. The boat is parked. Vitality has popped to 56. Our Lox is sitting in their shelter. We are completely out of foodstuffs. So, well, completely out of advanced foodstuffs. I do have lower tier foodstuffs at the house. So, that I'm keeping on me basically to... Oh, that's the iron from our stone cutter. What's that? We can bounce through here. We can put on some more barley to mill. That was a big clunk. That went bang. Oh, this went bang. Go ahead and load 50. Oop. I'll do a face plant into one of my support structures. I'm going to actually chuck the barley in here as this is where it's going to be used. I do believe, yes, our structure's full. We will put our growth in there, and we will put this down here, at least for now. We are up to 186 tar. 186 would be 93 roof tiles. So we're starting to get there. Oh, I did have some stone in my inventory, and throw the wood in there. Again, I need to finish out my storage wall so I can get everything sorted and labeled. There we go. Oh, everything else goes in the house. And our blueberries have grown again. Take our hat off and stay a while. So I will be doing some harvesting and growing offline. One of the things we're going to be looking for here is 4 locks. For fish meats. And what we will do is we will make a bread dough, or a batch of bread dough, which gives us 2 bread. We're going to go ahead and make the raw fish. We're going to make the fish wraps, of which we had 2. And we're going to make 2 of the unbaked lox pies. Put our fish on to cook. And I'll put our bread and our lox pies in, and with our cooking on to finish, I will go ahead and bid you adieu until Wednesday. I will try and get some chores done around the farmstead here and so on. Um, if you like the video, do give it a like. And do consider tossing the channel a subscribe. It does help out the analytics. And we will see you all next time. Take it easy.